Breaking news out of the sports world. The Big Ten, that's the football conference, suspended Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh as part of an investigation into sign stealing. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, there's another college football scandal you have not heard about. And before you change the channel, this is about way more than what happens on or off the football field. This is about a complete change in society. Stories about mental health in 2023. A coach who talks to his players the old school way, despite claiming to prioritize player health, and a multi-million-dollar lawsuit that stems from, and we have it on tape, this infraction.
If you would have come here when you kept getting messages, the head coach wants to talk to you, and you saying, I'm not ready to talk to him.
I wasn't.
And guess what? We can kick you off the team. So go read your rights about mental health. We can kick you off the team for not showing up. It's called being a It's called hiding behind and not showing up to work.
Those words from Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin led to a $40 million lawsuit from DeSanto Rollins. The junior player says he was kicked off the team during his mental health crisis. He believes he faced disciplinary action based on his race and sex, as if they didn't know he was a male when they recruited him to play football. And he now wants the school to pay him $40 million. The university and Kiffin are trying to dismiss the lawsuit. Attorneys say Rollins stopped showing up to practice and repeatedly refused to meet with the coach one-on-one. They believe the player was upset about a position change. Back in the day, Kiffin's comments wouldn't have even been noticed. It was normal. They were tame. Now they're front page news. Sign of the times, maybe. After all, the late, great Bobby Knight used to get away with throwing chairs during the game. Imagine if that happened today. In 2023, sticks and stones still break bones, and words, well, they're violence unless they're words about murdering Jews, and then every university's fine with them. But that's a different segment in this show. Scott Hamilton here to discuss the sports part of this, host of the Scott Hamilton Show on FanStream Sports and WBT. All right. Coach Scott, it's good to see you. My coach in high school said things that were far worse than this. What's going on here?
It's the evolution of the athlete, Leland. That's all it is. When you look at it now, how much power does an athlete have now compared to even 10 years ago, definitely 15, 20 years ago? They have name, image, likeness, where they can earn money now for exactly what I said, their name, image, likeness. They have their transfer portal, which allows them to basically say, if I'm not happy, if I don't feel like competing, I can take off. I can go somewhere else. And this is just another instance of a player exerting his power. I'm insulted. I don't feel I was respected. They're marginalizing my feelings. So I'm going to sue the university.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. My question is this, like, are all universities now kowtowing to this? Are they policing the football coaches to this standard that anything they say is going to get taped? I can't imagine what would have happened to me if I taped my coach. And then sued over?
You have to be concerned about it, because this sets a really, really scary precedent that anytime I decide I'm going to discipline a player, if I'm a coach and I'm going to discipline a player, in the back of my mind, I'm going to wonder, is he recording me? Am I going to get sued? And Leland, you mentioned it in the intro. It all has to do with a position change. He being Rollins, didn't get a lot of reps last year, didn't get a lot of playing time. Seems to me that he's not part of the plan going forward for Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin brings him into his office, says, guess what? We're changing positions. You're not going to be a defensive tackle anymore. We're going to move you to the scout team, and you're going to play offensive tackle, almost a way to push him out, free up his scholarship so they can go get somebody to fill his spot. Well, Rollins, I guess, figuring out what's going on, decides, taking a mental health break. I'm going to sue you now. I'm going to sue you because you haven't respected my feelings.
It's pretty wild. I mean, really, it's just kind of crazy. It is a sign of the times. There is you study this innately. Is more of this coming down the road? More of these kinds of, you don't respect me, my mental health can't deal with you yelling at me the way coaches do?
Yeah, I mean, Leland, are they amateurs? Are they amateurs or are they pros now? Are they amateurs or the pros? Every day we tiptoe closer to the professional model. And this is just another instance. And Leland, mark my words, we're only a few years away from unions, from the athletes organizing and getting salaries to go play college athletics instead of just getting room and board and a $200,000 education.
Look, there's the student. There are a lot of student athletes, right? There's the guys on the track team, and the swimmers, and the golfers, and the rowers, and the lacrosse players, male and female. I mean, cuts across. The college athletics is a phenomenal thing for a lot of kids. Forget the money and the NIL deals and all that kind of stuff. And what I guess what I'm wondering is that one of the reasons college athletics is so good is because the demand for excellence by coaches teaches you something at that high level that is extraordinarily useful in life. There's a lot of managers and founders of companies that like to hire college athletes for a reason. Is that going away now if coaches can't actually coach and demand excellence?
You have to think so. You have to think so. And only the best of the best will be the ones who actually move forward. We're talking football here, which there's so much money tethered to football that we're going to see more of this. The players are going to get more power. And it's going to be the elite of the elite as we continue to divide up these conferences, create super conferences. And they are going to get paid. They're going to have so much leverage that, to your point, the coach is almost going to be a manager instead of a coach, a guy who teaches you, instills discipline onto you. It's going to be somebody that's there merely to serve as a way to prepare you for the pros and to make the university and conference a ton of money from television.
It's a brave new world. Thank you very much, my friend. It's good to see you. I know you got a busy weekend of coverage coming up. If you thought $40 million because you got yelled at by